Hey all, welcome back. This is a little share. It's actually an extraction from the longer format of the live Q&A recently. And I thought this question and answer might be generally helpful for some people. I'll try to have it kind of defined in the title so that you're only clicking on it if it's something that will be useful to you in your claim or your post-claim activity with the SSA with regard to other Social Security disability, SSI, dependent benefits, or retirement benefits, or anything else that could touch on the Social Security world that we all swim in right now. So I hope it helps, and I will talk to you later. If you ever want to be there live, that would be Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the usually about 2 hours Q&A session, so anybody can ask their Social Security questions if they so desire. Okay, I will see you then. Bye, guys. Oh, RJ, is there a good chance to get approved because of chronic bladder issues and many bladder surgeries? It really depends. I can't judge from that. I know like interstitial cystitis, that kind of disorder with the bladder. They even have, SSA actually has a narrative on that particular impairment. And I've had people with it and it's been so severe. They spend so much time in the bathroom and in severe pain. It's horrible. Ablations and all that, bladder ablations and all that. Or installations. If the amount of time you spend in the bathroom, and you got to prove this because it's going to have to be where you talk to your doctor about how many times. And like if you're spending 3 or 4 hours out of an 8-hour day in the bathroom, that alone, if it's believed through medical evidence to be true by the SSA or the ALJ, that is disabling in and of itself, because that would prevent a full-time job, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, because 4 of those hours each day would be spent in the bathroom, and the employer is not going to tolerate it, right? And then, of course, if there's pain otherwise, that could lend to distractibility, can't do skilled jobs because you're constantly focused on your incontinence. There are a lot of accidents, you have to change clothes a lot, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I know how severe it can be. So it's whether your medical evidence shows these kind of intrusions on the ability to work a work day, for instance, right? So give that some thought. So you just saw a little clip from one of our live Q&As. It might leave you more questions, particularly if you had a little piece of that applied to you and some more facts that would make things different. If you do, feel free to put a comment down below about the extra details, and we could maybe even make a video on the particular aspects of that you'd be interested in. So in any event, I hope to see you on Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also 9 a.m. every day. We have a share from the field, so to speak, of things that happen in our workday. So hope to see you then, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, so if the subject matter of the video you just listened to is of interest and you want more on it, stay tuned. Here's another one about the same topic, but a little bit different. Bye now. Okay, really quick, a little blurb here about the importance of keeping a symptoms journal, particularly for a certain few impairments that are really served well by them when you're trying to prove your claim of disability, where a significant part of your inability to work on a regular and consistent or reliable basis is due to one of these impairments. It could probably be done with a ton of impairments, but the ones that come to my mind when I just thought of IBS, huge, important. This one would be a little different because a lot of times IBS, it's for many days or weeks straight, right? Sometimes it's just every day. Everyone's case is different. But I think it's important to show how many times you were in the bathroom in a given day. So this would be every day you're going to fill this out. Maybe keep it in your bathroom and just grab it. And how long you're in there per visit. And again, this goes to off task, which is a really critical part of work failure. If someone has to go to the bathroom every 40 minutes and is in there for 15, that is going to be, I'm not going to do the math right now, but let's say it's 10 times in a work day for 15 minutes. That's 150 minutes there in the bathroom during the workday. That's like 2.5 hours. Now we no longer have an 8-hour working day, do we? We have 5.5 hours. And that's excluding anything else that's a problem. So documenting how many minutes, and it doesn't have to be that often. I mean, it can still be quite limiting without it being as often as I just mentioned. But if the duration in the bathroom is a long time, and the frequency, the amount of visits to the bathroom that are going to be required during the day, some people have incontinence and they have to be very close to a bathroom. This could be true for incontinence of both kinds, and also for urinary urgency potentially. Because a lot of time when someone suffers from that, they keep going to the bathroom thinking they're going to go and they don't, and then they finally do, but they had to go maybe, a bunch of trips to the bathroom before they were able to void. So all these trips to the bathrooms are time you're taking away from your workstation. So really important. So again, the IBS might keep you out of work and it might be an attendance thing, in which case you could document that you were like literally never left the house because to go to work, you had to call out because you were in the bathroom for hours. If there are accompanying symptoms, pain, cramping, some people end up vomiting. Sometimes the IBS is constipation, sometimes it's diarrhea, sometimes it's a mixture. Little abbreviations that help which ones they were, and do it every day so that there's a clear picture of how many times a month this is happening for how long. And later on, what your attorney can do is obviously get a copy of all that stuff, and you can do it on your phone calendar, or some people do it on paper calendar. We put together the math, and we explained, well, judge, you can literally chart out which months had 8 days, which months had 4. Let's say it was migraines, or if it's IBS, how many minutes per day on average. We can present it in a variety of ways. The actual calendar would be attached to a certified statement from you saying, this is my calendar. This means this, like this. You would explain the legend and why you keep this, to document your symptoms, just to see if medicines are working, when it's getting better, if your whole system is getting worse. And so you're going to be attesting to the factuality of the information and what the symbols mean and the abbreviations. And then like someone like me would be doing a letter to the judge just explaining what this whole packet, we don't want him to have to do the math, basically. I mean, he's not going to do it. So we explain it and why it's relevant to the case of disability. So consider that. And you can report all this through the messaging section of your portal, because they all have portals, right? Almost all of them. And then that you have specifically told them, and it's going to show up that you told them the severity of how often you have to do this. And, normally you would be asking about that and suggesting that because you want to go over that at your next doctor appointment to see if there's any remedies or therapies that can help reduce that, because again, it's taken away from the quality of your life, and it's certainly already taken away from your ability to work full-time reliably. Journal. I'll probably do a different video on the helpfulness of communicating yourself with your doctor at times other than when you visit in front of him, which can be kind of infrequent, right? So look out for that. But the symptom journal, definitely keep it. When in doubt, keep it. You may not end up using it for the impairments that I just discussed. It would be immensely helpful, but there's other ones that it probably would too. I would err on the side of caution and just do it, because if you don't, you cannot go back and change time. All right. It's already done in real time, or you just lost that chance. And that's something that doesn't cost you anything to do except seconds or minutes each day. Okay. So hope you start doing it. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you for joining and taking a listen to this video. If you have any questions that relate to this or anything else with regard to Social Security, disability, retirement, SSI, etc., please do feel free to post it in the comments below, even if it's not necessarily related to this video. And I will see them. And if it's something I can do a video on, I will be happy to do that. If you are looking for representation in a current battle to prove that you are disabled, whether you have applied yet or not, and ideally, if you have not applied yet, that's when we like to come in and start from the beginning and do our wonders. You can go to joydisability.com, look up to your left, and there's a little link for a free SSD evaluation, and we will take a look at it and let you know one way or the other. If you are looking for a consultation, not representation, or you can't get representation for whatever reason, or it's a non-representational type of issue you need to review, you are more than welcome to order a prepaid consultation. It will be with me personally, and that link is on that same page, joydisability.com, but over on the upper right. Anyway, thanks for staying tuned, and I hope to see you every day, 9 a.m. with our little video shares or live Q&A if you want to join me live on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.